First time this season I've had a chance to watch the Mill River girls JV basketball team. Hopefully it'll be a good competitive game as they're taking on an excellent organization in Windsor. The Yellow Jackets out there in the dark uniforms will have the steal, and I'll go through the rosters. I just barely got set up just in time to turn the camera on, to be quite honest with you. And that's going to drop, and that'll be number 14, Huntley, with the basket. And I'll have to put my glasses on to see if that's actually what the name is. Now that's 15, Eli. I think I pronounced it Eli last year. During the soccer season, I heard people that work here at Mill River call her Ely. So I will have to check. Like I said, I didn't get a second to look and talk to anybody. So 2-0 first quarter, 8-minute quarters. And there's the bucket down inside. Sharon will get the basket, number 14. Again, just catching up. Blake's going to run the point. So Blake, number 4, will be running the point. They'll get the ball off on the side of the elbow, and they passed up the three-point shot. And that's tipped away by Sharon into the hands of her teammate out there, number 23, who is Cornell. This is Weatherhog. Now, there's a couple Weatherhogs on the roster, and I can only assume they're sisters. This Weatherhog I remember from soccer, just an outstanding soccer player, and count the basket. Peter C. with the call. Got a push from behind. The bucket's going to be good, and 1 coming up now. That'll break for the tie, make it 4-2 Mill River. And just underway, and I hope the offenses keep flowing like this. This will make it an interesting game. Elizabeth McCabe called for the foul, number 31. That's be the game's first foul, so obviously her first foul. And Weatherhog, a lefty, will get it, put it up, make it a 3-point play. And you see the official in the background. It's Dan Latkin. He's been the Mill River varsity girls basketball coach. As Blake with Eli on there at the top of that defense. Like I said, if I'm pronouncing Eli's name incorrectly, I apologize for that, and I will just trying to work on getting the pronunciation up and done. And that's going to be good for a 2-point shot by Dana. And that came from just inside the 3-point arc. And the press is going to, well, will it be a turnover? It might not be a turnover. And it won't be. Here comes Windsor trying to get a handle on that basketball, and they'll settle it down to Blake. She's going to have the 3-ball right there. And that's a little bit off. The offensive rebound up and in by Dana, though, will make it 6-5 Windsor. And boy, I tell you, I hope they can sustain this scoring, because I've done JV games in the past, not here, but just everywhere, where it ends up being a 20-17 game, and I need a good game just for myself. I don't, nothing to do with viewership or anything like that. Oh, I'll never have to worry about viewership. I don't have the backing of PEGTV like that program Access does. Holy crap. Paid professional television ads highlighting it, newspaper ads paid for it. That's just been the push is that program, and I'll never understand that. There's a lot of programs done by people with no budget, people done it for years, people free doing it, and all of a sudden they're all forgotten, and it's very discriminatory how they can choose that program to promote. That's going to be good. Nice push down the floor, and boy, this game moving along. 8-7 Windsor now. And Blake, I don't even think the coaches need to call a timeout. Just let this go. That got a new JV coach this year for Mill River. It's not Shane Little. I don't know if he progressed up to the varsity level as an assistant or what, but it's Craig Shappy. And I believe he's the gentleman who wrote the editorial response in the Rutland Herald in regards to CSJ women's basketball. And if it is, yeah, everybody can have their own opinion. This is America, baby. And the only thing I have to respond to is I covered many years, decades of CSJ women's basketball, and to just blow it away as insignificant down there, I don't like that. There are Mayflower Conference Championship banners on those CSJ walls, Sunrise Conference Champion banner on those walls. There are teams that were outstanding and players that went there that could have competed at the NCAA 2 or 3 level. So don't compare what's going on now with how insignificant the program is at all. And that'll be stolen away. And with an 8-7 score, Mill River looking to retake the lead. Weatherhog's been outstanding early on here. We're at 4.5 minutes left to play. Sharon over to, I believe that's Turgeon, and that's who that is, Hannah Turgeon. That's Sharon up and in. And boy, I tell you, two teams combined in 3.5 minutes of basketball for 17 points. This is a dream come true for me. To be blunt, quality of play just everywhere, not here, just everywhere. Got a foul call, blocking foul called in the backcourt against number 21, Munger. Has just fallen right off the chart. And tons of blowouts and just ugly games to do. And you know what I blame personally? AAU basketball. Really, there are some outstanding coaches in it. There's some great players that stay tuned up. There's some teams that are basically high school teams that stay together to sidestep rules and regulations from the BPA so they can just stay playing all year as a team. And they're very good. But then there's dads whose daughters foul on Thursday and should go to the line and shoot 2. Dads whose daughters wouldn't start any other way, start a team up, and relatives and guys who think they should coach, and man, just let bad habits develop and just awful stuff. And I think I do personally, it's just my opinion, which is probably you can hammer it any way you want. I think some of the AAU basketballs led to some of the ugly basketball I've had to watch the last several years. There's the old coach right there, all dressed out in white. Looks like he's going to the U.S. Open. Or Wimbledon, actually. In the U.S. Open, you wear colors. So Wimbledon, you can't. I always thought he did an okay job. I thought he was learning on the fly. And, you know, I guess he's more of a soccer expert than a basketball expert, but he used to bring a lot of energy to the game. I used to like picking on him because he'd show up in a nice dress shirt and dress pants and then sneakers, and a foul called. But they pushed the ball down the sides, 9-8. Mill River with the lead, and Peter C with the call, and that will send number 31 McCabe to the line. And that'll be the first foul on Turgeon. Now I have no idea if there's a lot of Turgeons here. I'm right back from the 70s when the men's basketball program won championships with Bobby, Danny, Turgeon. Now I'm not saying they're on the same team, but well, and actually, I don't want to say championships. I had very good teams went deep in the playoffs. But there's, I just can't think of her name. There's a Turgeon on the varsity squad who's playing very, very good. That we'll see later tonight, or I will. And that will make it a 9-9 game. What a fitting game to come in and start off with. Good stuff going on. Number 32 down there is Carissa Shaw for Mill River, number 32. And she'll get the ball off to Eli, and she'll push it in the front court. And again, if I'm pronouncing Eli's name wrong, and it's Ely, I'll apologize. But she got the basket on the quick push, and that'll make it 11-9 Mill River. No press in the back court, and there hasn't been. And Blake will bring it up. Ashley Blake's gone the distance at the point for Coach Farnsworth over there. And there's a name synonymous with Windsor basketball. You know, Morgan Farnsworth, Aaron Farnsworth. There was a great player on 2 championship teams at CSJ in the Mayflower Conference. Shaw with a nice pass to Sharon. She'll stop, pop, drop it. Oh, that was beautiful. And that will lead to the first timeout taken, 32nd timeout taken by Windsor's Coach Farnsworth. It's 13-9. Mill River with the lead on her home court on Munger Vision. So I didn't keep it on during the timeout, but it was a very straight to the point Coach Farnsworth is as usual. And as I started off talking about CSJ basketball again, doesn't make my opinion right. Not saying that editorial can't be written. Not saying he can't be right in his opinion. I'm just saying I watched a lot of those championships and players and coaches before Coach Gasparino, who could recruit for that school, who found good things to say about it, who could bring players in that could play basketball and have a deep bench. Plus, I'm involved in it many, many ways down there. But more power to him for writing a letter. That's what makes America, America. And his team playing very well right now, too. Weatherhog had that knocked away, going up for the layup, and a hold call. Should be against Mill River. And he'll go side out to Windsor. They're going to take it on the inline. Okay, so Windsor will have the basketball with 2:34 to go in the first half. 13-9 Mill River. Blake in the backcourt will run the point, and that's number 14 with her, Huntley. Okay, so I've caught up with everything. Up and got it. Boy, that's great basketball working off that high post to McCabe. 13-11. Shaw's pass will get to Weatherhog. Weatherhog with a nice move. Blake slipped down also. Oh, they had a wide open person. Who was it? Number 21 was Shapiro. Robin Shapiro was down the floor and wide open for Mill River, and they missed her getting her the ball. Also out there for Mill River is Hewitt, Sarah Hewitt, wearing number 20. Of course, what usually happens when I give an opinion is somebody hammers me for it, whether in the paper or on the radio or blogging or whatever. So I expect now somebody to say, "You suck, Munger. You suck awful. Your comments suck. Your camera work suck. Everything you do sucks." So I've been hearing that for almost 16 years now. So, you know, all I say to people who do that: take a number, get in line. It's a pretty deep line of critics behind me. And on the foul, all of a sudden that flow and rhythm is gone. The game, Cable go to the line to shoot a couple, and that foul will be called on number 21 in Mill River, Shapiro. And it says it's her second, each team with 3. And in a 13-11 game, after a long pause, she'll be a little short. Kind of front rimmed it. Not really, she has the coil, but she's actually holding her arms almost too horizontal to the floor. She's got to bring her arms so that they work in conjunction with the coil. And they're going to wave it off. She crossed the line. Yeah. Shooter's violation, and Coach Shappy going to call a timeout, and it'll be a 30-second timeout. And I'll just flip it up, and you'll see there's a minute 54 left to go. 13-11 over first quarter action on Munger Vision. Job being explained about running the in line as she's going to inbounds the ball for Mill River. And they came out looking like they expected a press as they had a press breaker play on, and Windsor changing up their defense. So Weatherhog with the pass on his side, and boy, she tiptoed along that mid-court stripe. Excellent. Weatherhog traveled. Yeah. See that little, picked up the back foot and dragged it just a tad, and that'll be enough. So Kyle Weatherhog with the turnover, and Mariah Marsh will bring the ball in bounds. Again, like I said, Blake, number 4. Ashley Blake's put a lot of minutes in here, as has her counterpart, Weatherhog. And Eli at the scores table, and this is Dana with the basketball. And they're trying to force it down inside to Blake, and it was last touched by Blake, they say, and the ball will go over to Mill River. I'm just looking, Eli's coming in for Weatherhog, so she'll take her first rest at the minute 27 left to play. So look at the change between quarters. That's good time. That's a good substitution. It steals a minute 27 of this quarter. Then the change between quarters. So it makes it a little bit, gives her the image, the illusion of the longer timeout of the game. Travel call as Sharon got down inside and took a bump and shuffled the feet and got called for the travel. So Blake will cross that timeline, work between circles, looked at the elbow. Dana was covered, and Mill River seems to have a very athletic JV squad, and I'm not sure if that's a shot or a pass, and I'm not sure who touched the last. Peter C. says it was last touch by Shapiro, and it will become the Windsor Yellow Jackets basketball. In case you haven't figured it out, Mill River's in their home whites on the Dean Hope Memorial Gymnasium floor. That's tipped around, and trying to thread the needle and stolen away by Shapiro, picked up by Sharon, gives it off to Eli into the front court. She'll accelerate, and that's going to be a moving screen. Yeah. It was almost like a Hewitt called for the foul. It was almost like a fullback blocking for the tailback right there, and that's going to be the turnover. And we'll say 13-11. Mill River with the lead. 39 seconds to go in this first quarter play, and it's been an excellent JV basketball game. I promise I'll have no more opinionated commentary the rest of the ball game. And Blake, I don't believe they're trying to play for the last shot. They're trying to feed Dana down low. She saved the ball on the side, and no. Offensive rebound? No, it came so close. That was Hannah, number 44, jump ball called. It started with Dana, then Hannah ended up with the last shot, and 31 in between all that was McCabe. She had a touch at the basket, and everybody missed, and so Mill River probably might think about playing for the last shot now, whether it's by design or if it just happens. Because there's just 13 seconds left in this quarter. Again, they've combined, the two teams have, for 24 points. Shot, three ball in it, just off the mark, front of the rim. Dana to Blake. Can she get the shot up before the buzzer? No, she's looking for the pass. Good first quarter by both sides. 13-11 Mill River lead on Munger Vision. JV basketball action. Game stays this good throughout the whole 4 quarters. I will have the varsity version of Travel on Blake of Mill River Windsor at a later date on Munger Vision. That's Madison Cornell, number 23. And I believe her name's so familiar. I think, yeah, she was a softball girl. She plays, or player, the softball player. Shot up and good. That's number, oh, I don't have a 34. Doesn't that stink on my roster? And I don't recognize her. I'll have to work on that too. The basket was good. As Huntley able to chase down the loose ball, and she'll pump it down inside. And they were looking to go down inside to number 35, Potwin. Blake able to pick the ball off, but she's got trouble in the corner, and we'll have a whistle and a jump ball, and they'll say Mill River basketball. Is getting up off from the floor is Cornell. Weatherhog back in the ball game as I anticipated. And Weatherhog, who played so well in that first quarter, with that crossover dribble, takes the paint, puts it up, drew the foul. Should be 2 shots. Got pushed in the back on the shot as she was attempting to go up, and she'll go in the line thinking that she does have 2 shots. So that'll stop the clock with 7:08 to go in the opening half of play, just underway in the second quarter. And again, Weatherhog this past season on the varsity soccer team that had an outstanding season, was extremely gifted and athletic in soccer, and obviously if you're watching what I'm watching tonight, she's very gifted and athletic here in basketball. And Weatherhog will steal the ball away. She's going to give it up to Eli between the circles, and they'll reset the offense. It's a very disciplined play for a JV squad to reset. Oh, they had an open person too, and Turgeon had her pass tipped. This is Blake. She's got a 2-on-2. Blake will stop. Nowhere to go down inside when he gives it up on the wing. There's the baseline. Eli took away the rest of the drive, and Huntley putting it up and a little bit long. Nice box out down there. And again, I don't have a 34 on my roster, so I don't know who that is for Mill River. She's going to post up, and I wonder if she's on the varsity roster. I'll have to do that. Take a look. Nope, off the mark. Tell you what, she's doing, whoever 34 is, she's doing a number on the boards down there. She almost got yet another offensive rebound, or at least kept the ball alive. Yeah, sometimes the players will split between JV and varsity, and they'll come out with their varsity uniforms on. And Blake stepped on the sideline right in front of the Mill River bench, and that'll become a turnover. And I'm just working on my camera focus because my camera is almost as old as I am, which is quite a bit. Anyway, I just want to go back to my opening remarks. I have no problem with Coach or his opinion. And I think he's, from the looks here, he's done a pretty darn good job with his JV squad. And I don't want to get all huffy and think I'm, what's the word I want? Isn't that awful? I can't think of the word, what they're looking for. But again, I was just defending the past accomplishments of past players and coaches at CSJ. That's all I was looking at, because I was there for that. Confrontational, that's the word I couldn't think of. I wasn't trying to be confrontational. A lot of times with just my type of personality, I come off like that when I'm really not. I'm just ignorant. People get that confused with confrontational. And making her way over to the sideline is Madison Cornell, number 23. As Sharon is checked back in the ballgame for Mill River. She wears number 14. 54, Dana, back in the ballgame in green for the Windsor Yellow Jackets. Well, Windsor's got quite the tradition of basketball prowess, and I see that the varsity officials, they'll come early, sit here and watch the JV game. Kim Levins. Here's Kim over there. with Chris. And Kim Levins, of course, coached MSJ girls basketball to their only state championship, and it was over Windsor. And isn't it ironic? Well, it's not really ironic, but she's reffing tonight's game against Windsor. Oh, she thought she traveled, and she was actually waiting for the whistle the first time, and they called it, and that was the correct call. And actually been a very well coached and a very well officiated ball game. So Cornell to Weatherhog, no pressure in the backcourt. With 5:20 to go in the first half, it is 16-11 Mill River. Sharon came up top to meet the pass, and 3-second call. I'm looking, I think it was. Well, I can see the number. I'm trying to do it by my head, my memory, my recall. Oh, it's Cornell, number 23. Yeah, I don't recall as quickly as I used to. Seriously, I know it's that this season, toward the end of last season, this season. Oh, look at the knockaway. The steal, the give up on the other side, and no. Another offensive rebound for number 34. Weatherhog fouled. Tell you what. Oh, I don't have a 34. Megan Fox, freshman. I bet that's who that is, Megan Fox. So, I'm going to go and apologize to Judy, her mom. And I've just discovered that number 34 in the JV squad is Megan Fox. And boy, has she played a wicked good game not to know her, have it written down her name. She's gotten a ton of offensive rebounds. That's Cornell with the bucket. And the lead now goes to its largest at 8, 19-11. Mill River. Years and years ago, Megan Fox, I don't know if she still is. She still could be a member of 4-H. But she was on my talk show at Sharon. Well, I know her as Sharon Wayne. I'm trying to think of her married name. Isn't that awful? But they're talking about horses and 4-H and how to take care of them and all. And tell you what, she's a pretty darn good-looking basketball player out here, too. So Weatherhog received the pass on the inbounds play from Cornell. And yeah, Fox traveled. Took that extra low step and actually just kind of stood out there and picked up both feet and shuffled them. So that'll be a turnover, and we'll have, again, Huntley, number 14, bringing the ball and bounce to Blake. And like I said, Blake, other than about a minute and a half rest, has played the entire first half of basketball for Windsor and Coach Farnsworth. Oh, beautiful give and go. Or pick and roll, screen roll, and they missed 2 easy shots inside, or 2 high percentage shots. There's no easy shot. And that's a good catch by Dana. Blocked by Sharon twice. She said, get out of my house and stay out of my house on the blocks. And then the foul called on Dana, and Sharon helped up by Dana, and that's very good sportsmanship. I tell you, I've done varsity games, many of them, that couldn't even measure up to this. This is an excellent ball game tonight to watch. And I'm serious. I mean, in the last at least 5 years, the games, not just here, I mean everywhere I go, boys and girls, AAU or high school or what, have just been some of the ugliest basketball. This is good. Or they've been tremendous blowouts. Oh, who's 24? We got a new number in there. Sharon takes the shot and got it. Oh, that's Emma Weatherhog, 24. So I can only assume she's somehow connected to Kyle Weatherhog, that they're related somehow. But she got in there and did a good job of stealing the basketball. And 10-point lead, 21-11. That shot came from way outside and was off the mark. And there's the touch-up from Weatherhog. Gave the ball back to Cornell. Now back to Weatherhog. The paint was open, didn't take the shot, passed it back. And Sharon that time, I wasn't laughing at her miss. I was laughing at her reaction after the miss. She was just disgusted with herself. As Turgeon, number 25, Hannah Turgeon, back in the basketball game. It's going to be Mill River looking to get the ball in bounds. And they'll run just a little flip inside to Sharon. And Cornell to Kyle Weatherhog. And Blake had the steal momentarily. And now Blake will get the steal. And the push and the foul will be called on Kyle Weatherhog. And no shot. That's only the 5th team foul. Weatherhog's first personal foul, and with 2:55 to go in a 21-11 Mill River JV lead over Windsor's JV squad. Huntley will bring the ball in bounds, and there's been no pressure extended into the defense. And Chris's shot, 32 at the scores table, getting us check in. I'm kind of getting into the flow of the game now, talking-wise, too. I mean, the camera goes in and out of focus, but that's just the old camera. And, oh, nice job. Hotwin had the ball come to her unexpectedly, and she very calmly made the basket. Cuts the lead to 21-13. Weatherhog gave it back to Sharon, and she reached down and picked the ball up calmly herself. And, they'll call a foul, and he could be right, but it looked more like Weatherhog just spun her feet and fell down. But unfortunately, Blake will be assessed a foul, and that'll be her first personal. It's called a blocking foul, and that's also the 7th team foul, which means the 1-on-1 now. But no, I'm not making excuses. I literally, by the time I get out of work now, because they messed with my schedule, and I get down here. And the thing about Mill River, too, because I said this is my first time about Weatherhog, almost came up with a great steal, is I have to lug literally 100 feet of cord to plug in. I'm plugged in down there. I don't know if you see the outlet behind the player on the wall, and I'm almost 100 lineal feet away. That's two 50-foot cords put together. I got to lug that all in, uncord, put it in, put it out, unlug it. I mean, it's just a lot of work. Now, I've done a lot of West Rutland basketball, but I've done that in the past. Because when I go there, I'm not in the, and it's nobody's fault at Mill River, but I'm kind of spoiled at West Rutland. They have a piece of staging, flat staging that you stand on. So the staging is, they have a piece of scaffolding so I can stand flat, not like in the bleachers with the crowd all around me. I don't have to run 100 feet of cord. I can run the 6-foot piece of cord and plug in. And I mean, it's just an easier setup. And quite frankly, things are getting tiring in life now, and this is a lot of work to come and get set up. Now tonight I got to break down 100 feet of cord, roll it all up, get my equipment, come out of the bleachers. My knees are brutal shape to go up and down the bleachers with the camera equipment. I mean that seriously, I'm not making a joke. And it looks like Kyle Weatherhog, and that's a Burden, if I ever saw one before. Taylor Burden, number 33, coming in for Mill River, as Eli and Emma Weatherhog will sit down for Mill River. 21-13, the Minutemen JV squad with the lead with a minute 47. That's another block. That's 3 blocks for Mill River. Sharon got the foul this time. And that should be shots coming up. 2 shots coming up for Windsor. And actually, it is going to be, I believe that's McCabe, 31. Yeah, I'm getting, well, I got sidetracked, like I said, with all the extra equipment and lugging around. And then literally, I just finished transferring my roster. And the game started, so I had like no time to check my audio, no time to white balance the camera. Just boom, had to set down with the equipment and tip-off game. Then I got distracted because I'm a very ignorant person when I saw the coach's name and I remembered the article in the paper, and I went through that. And again, everything's cool, does a great job. His opinion's fine, no problem. If it's even the right guy, wouldn't it be? That wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities that I just completely stuck my foot in my mouth, foul on Blake, and she didn't like the call, and that'll be her second personal foul. And shots coming up for Weatherhog, as that's the 8th team foul, so it's still the 1-on-1. Yeah, and they want Pete to come down to the right end of the floor to shoot. There he goes. I'm not sure. I think Dan Latkin and Pete C work together, but you know, I can't guarantee that. 21 is Meager, Rachel Meager, back in for Windsor. And then I just getting old. I am, and I have an awful time adjusting my eyes from what I do for work. Weatherhog good with the shot, 22-14 the River, to the type style, font size of the roster, to the camera, looking through the camera without being able to wear my magnifying glasses. And I've never seen this JV squad play, so I'm trying to get acclimated to the. Then I forgot Megan Fox on my roster, of all the people, because I know her mom. She was my wife's supervisor, an excellent, outstanding supervisor for my late wife. My wife loved her to pieces. And she was just a great person for my wife to have known and got to work with, and just as her friend. So I mean, of all the people, not to write down the name of. Bad karma. McCabe, trying to post. She might have got away with 2 or 3 walks there, but what the heck? She got away with a walk, and minute 18 to go in this second quarter, and it's going to be off from Shapiro's hands of Mill River. It's going to stay with Windsor, and the ball will be taken out of bounds by Munger. But now I've got my eyes adjusted. I'm starting to memorize the names and the numbers. So I'm kind of just thinking about the game. Shaw. Of course, I wasn't going to say it, but Carissa Shaw, my late wife, and used to babysit her. I used to come home from work, and there was Carissa at home with my wife, because Carissa's mom, Patty, and my wife went to school together at MSJ, back when it was still strong. And Patty, I used to see when I was 13 or 14. She worked at McDonald's. The McDonald's was just like a brand new thing down by Fairgrounds. That's where I had most of my suppers. And then, of course, Patty was the nurse in charge of when my wife got sick with cancer. She was the head nurse of that whole thing for Dr. Conway. So it's a funny little cycle life is. Yeah, now I'm watching Carissa play basketball out here, and I know Carissa's into the horse thing, the 4-H thing. She used to be. I'm not saying she still is, but I know I've seen her at Rutland County Soccer, so I've seen her play soccer also. She looks like a good basketball player. And they're going to go down to Turgeon. She'll go up and the shot of the game right there by Turgeon. I'm not even sure how physically she made that work. 24-14, McCabe back to Huntley. 10 seconds on the game clock. This is in the first half. Dana up, and that might have been tipped actually. Weatherhog with 4 seconds. Over it, they foul her, and she goes to the line. That's tipped, and I got a feeling that's going to be the end of the entertaining first half of play with Mill River up. Where's my camera focus? There we go. 24-14 over Windsor in JV basketball action on Munger Vision. Bounce for Mill River. They'll have the first possession. Weatherhog staying in there, and Weatherhog with a nice reach over the top of Blake to make the grab. Blake playing with 2 fouls, Weatherhog with 1, and that was a nice matchup to watch. A very good point guards going against each other. Sharon had it lost, and that's going to be picked up by Megan. I got her name wrong. Munger, number 21 with the ball. So Munger with the basketball, going to be contested by Ely. Dana. Now in the first part of the ball game, Dana was hitting those shots. Weatherhog with the catch, pulling away. There is a defender back, and boy, I tell you, a nice hustle by Sharon, but she'll leave it short, and the rebound will come down and be controlled. They're going to call foul. As Weatherhog thought she had her tied up, but she'll be called for the holding foul as hustling down there was Dana. Yeah, they got the bat, drew the foul. So 30 seconds into the third quarter, 24-14. Mill River's JV squad with the lead, and it's been very good. The game's been very good. That's blocked as it came down to the hands of Huntley, and now the ball on the floor, still loose. Blake's got it, and she'll flip it up. A nice job of not traveling. McCabe got the basket. She backed herself in there and made the shot. Ely. I called her Eli in the first half. I'll call her Ely in the second half. And will it be a turnover? Yes, it will. So Windsor would lead down to 8 and a chance to do even more damage right here. And Huntley will take the ball out of bounds on the far side. And Blake handles the ball well, but she makes good decisions as how to distribute the basketball for Windsor. Huntley thought about the three-point shot and then pulled it down. There wasn't a lot of perimeter shooting in that first half. Everything came from basically from the free throw line down in. That's going to be fouled from behind, and that should be shots as Weatherhog will pick up her third very quickly here. She'll pick up 2 quick fouls in this half, and that could change the complexion of this ball game. Now Weatherhog, Kyle Weatherhog, because there's 2 on the roster, has been also listed on the varsity roster, but she's played 3 quarters now in basketball, so she's eating up her time. Should be available on the varsity squad. As Blake up and got it. Windsor on a nice little run here to start off the third quarter. Blake Coyle shoots, and we'll get them both. And Weatherhog as they break the press. Now we saw the press for the first time here in the second half. Turgeon on the floor to the hole, left it soft. I like it though. She took her time and stepped to the hole. Jump ball Collins. We have a couple 14s tied up. That's Sharon in white for Mill River, and that's Huntley 14 in dark green. And there should be green. Should be Windsor basketball. Yeah. Remember, Mill River had the opening possession, and there has been a tie-up since. So Mill River will not show a press as they'll have Blake handle the ball cleanly to bring it up into the front court. 6:14 to go in the third quarter, and boy, they look down low, and Munger had her shot blocked by Sharon, and that's unofficially Sharon's 4th block shot of this ball game. Now she is kind of tall. I mean, not like 6 foot tall, but I'd say probably 5'9", but she's gangly. She's got long arms, long legs, and she's blocked 4 shots, and we'll have a timeout taken by Windsor with 6:08 to go in the third quarter, and Windsor down by just 6, 24-18 against Mill River's JV squad. Again, very colorful timeout taken by Windsor. That's up by McCabe and in, and she'll bank it off the window and in, and boy, they are on a good run as Windsor's cut the lead to 4, and they've got the steal. The shot will go up, and they'll get the basket. They cut the lead all the way down to 2, 24-22. Windsor down by just 2 here in the third quarter. And Ely will not be able to reach out and get the pass. And here comes McCabe. I believe went off from the foot of McCabe out of bounds. Ely will get up now, and Windsor had a chance for the tie right there, and they get him come out here in the second half of play and really put together quite an impressive run, and Ely knew better than to throw it in the back court. We'll get the ball up top. Turgeon to Sharon, and no, that was a tough shot, but she almost made it. It'll be last touched by Mill River. It'll be Windsor basketball. You can see that Blake will call the play out just as she got to that center court logo. To Dana, and they wanted to go to McCabe. But tell you, they had the defender, Turgeon, playing from behind, and actually McCabe had sealed her nicely. They just didn't deliver the pass. So Windsor looking for a tie or the lead, actually, this trip down. There is no shot clock to contend with, and McCabe, being guarded by Turgeon, will put it on the floor, dribble past her, running one-hander, just missed the shot. Chased down by Weatherhog, and she's against the sideline. She'll spin away from the double team, go up ahead to Turgeon. She'll make the grab, put it on the floor, and tough angle. Yeah, what happened was Turgeon was out of bounds, and the ball will go over now to Windsor. So all that momentum that Mill River had in that first half, Windsor's got it here in the second half, and they're down by just 2. There's 2 fouls as a team on Mill River. Okay, we got some changes here. Burden, number 33, coming in the ball game. These are Mill River changes, and I don't know. I got to find 5. Shirley Muzzy, number 5, in the ball game for Mill River, and they come in with 4:51 to go in the third quarter. And stolen away by Burden just in the ball game and got the steal, setting up the layup, and no. Weatherhog grabbed the rebound off the missed shot, put it right back up to the basket, and she'll draw the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot a couple. So Kyle Weatherhog, with 4:40 to go in the third quarter, will, I believe she's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. And for Windsor, number 20, Mariah Marsh, in the basketball game. She'll replace Blake. So Blake will take a breather near the midway point. We're at 4:40 in the third quarter left to play. And that will be her first miss. It didn't hit the rim. It's a violation, and she'll shake it off, and Huntley will inbounds the ball. Munger looks like she'll run the point now. Rachel Munger, number 21 for Windsor, with Blake on the bench. And oh yeah, another running one-hander. She might travel this time, yeah. I think McCabe couldn't believe how open she was. She could have actually taken that all the way in for a layup right there. So Mill River, who was full charge in that first half, kind of tentative right now here in this third quarter. They got the numbers. Muzzy up ahead to Sharon, up, and might have rushed up. Muzzy with the offensive rebound. Now, I'm saying Muzzy. It could be Musey. Either or, I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. Like I said, I got here without any time to basically just set up and not talk to anybody about pronunciations. I'm going to go with Musi, and I don't know why. I grew up on Muzzy Street, and her name's spelled with Z's instead of S's, foul on Munger. Weatherhog just so quick, pushed it down the floor. And she should be getting 2 shots, and she's stepping to the line now. 25-22, Mill Rivers JV squad with the lead at 4:07 to play in the third quarter. And Weatherhog with a long pause. After being perfect from the lines, missed her last 2 attempts. And there's 3 fouls on Munger now for Windsor. So Jim goes to a hush, and Weatherhog will find her touch again and make that one 26-22, Mill River. As Munger and Weatherhog match up. And they're able to get the ball down to McCabe, and that's blocked by Sharon again. I almost blocked it, so it came down off the Windsor player and out of bounds. It would have been Mill River basketball. I'm not sure that didn't happen, but it's going to be Windsor with the ball. It was a good decision by McCabe to take it to the hole like that, but again, Sharon just has this knack, and this time a foul on the block shot, and I think it'll be Burden that'll pick up the foul, and Marsh will go to the line, and she'll be shooting 2 for Windsor. Marsh will put it up, and she'll try again here. She gets a second shot. And all this taking place with 3:55 to go in the third quarter. She'll get 1 of 2, making it 26-23. Mill River with the lead, and that's Huntley sitting down for Windsor. I'm just trying to see who took her spot. Oh, a new number. Herschel, number 25, is taking her spot out there for Windsor. And boy, I tell you, the press has helped change the flow of the game in favor of Windsor. Burden on the run off the front of the rim, and the rebound fought for Burden will get it. Pass it off to Musi. Block, came right back down to her, and she's able to control it, give it to Weatherhog, and she will smartly pull the ball back out between the circles and set up the offense. Sharon, and the pass was a tad bit late being delivered. They were looking to go down inside to Cornell. She actually was open on the cut, but by the time the ball was delivered, she'd gone past the spot, and the pass ended up being behind her, actually. McCabe, no. And a travel by Muzzy or Musi. Take your choice. So Munger was looking for Marsh, and then that didn't happen. Brought it back into Dana. Dana's going 3-ball on it for the tie. No. Sharon got to the loose ball, and now she's going to be tied up. Should be Mill River basketball. That's what I have, and that's what the officials have. Okay, so Madison Cornell will give the ball off to Weatherhog, and McCabe reached and slapped the ball out of bounds. It's going to stay with Mill River with 3 minutes even to go in the third quarter. Been a very good JV basketball game tonight. Sharon calls for the ball and might have double dribbled. Yeah, they'll call her for a travel. Yeah. She turned to the baseline. I think she wanted to bring it back, kind of like hook the defender and then bring it back inside, but she had stopped dribbling. Looked like she was going to resume it again, but she slipped down in the meantime, and that's what they called as a travel. As Fox, 34. And I know there's another number, Shapiro, 21 out there for Mill River. Those were the changes that just came in for the Minutemen. But Blake set quite a while here, getting a good rest for Windsor. Oh, to Dana to the basket, missed it. A nice roll to the hole. And Fox will give the ball to the official because of what? Oh, I missed the call, but it's going to be Mill River's basketball. Now, see, it could be really obvious when I watched the DVD, but I could have been looking down at my roster or at a different spot on the floor, but I don't know what happened on the call. Other than it's Mill River's basketball. Weatherhog, oh, traveled, yeah. I don't think she could believe how open the floor was on the press. And that was it. So Marsh and Munger in the back court for Windsor. And Mill River going to pick up just a little bit over midcourt. That's Weatherhog. With the steal, and then her pass will end up in Fox's hands, and Fox will go back to Weatherhog. Long distance. Why not, Cornell says. Nope, she was open. It was a good decision. She just missed it. Marsh over the top will get it to Herschel, and Herschel on a few dribbles will go back to Munger, and there's Weatherhog right there, and oh, I think it was last touch by Munger. Both players got little bruises after that collision on the floor, and 2:07 to go in the third quarter. 26-23 Mill River JV squad with the lead. Oh, look at McCabe on the steal. She will get it. Tell you, McCabe kind of looks like Sharon in Mill River out there. She's about 5'8"-ish, maybe 5'9"-ish, but the long arms, the long legs are constantly moving around. And over and back called. 26-25, Windsor down by 1. They'll have the ball, chance to reclaim the lead here. And they'll take the basketball right in front of that pain in the butt table that has light in it as far as pain in the butt to camera operator, because it screws around the iris and I have to override the automatic settings just to get the picture as good as you can see it right as it is. Closes the iris down having the light come into the camera like that. As Shapiro gets the loose ball, touched by Fox, and now to Weatherhog. And Fox was fouled by McCabe. I'm not sure how many fouls. I'm waiting for the board on McCabe, but if she gets in foul trouble, that'll be a big loss for her. Windsor, her second foul. She's okay. 2 fouls in the third quarter with 1:38 to go. And Blake was at the scorer's table. They did not see her. Will they let her come in? She should be allowed to come in. That's what they're going to say. She can or can't come in. I'm thinking they're going to say no. Okay, I think Dan was going to say no, but Pete talked him into it. She was there on time. They just didn't see her to buzz the buzzer. Fox sets, fires, no. Fouls up her own shot, and rebound taken out of there by Dana off the hands of Blake to Weatherhog, and the steal will go back to Fox. She'll wheel in the paint and might have traveled. Yeah, she got a little bump in there that didn't help her, and she took that extra step, and that'll be the turnover. And Weatherhog kind of hid behind Blake and McCabe. I'm sorry, Herschel. To McCabe now. McCabe's been a force, and she'll draw the foul as Fox will be assessed the foul. Should be no shots. She was on the floor, possession foul. Nobody in the bonus situation. Shaw, 32 at the scores table, and Shaw for Mill River will come in the ball game now for Cornell. Yeah, I'm kind of into the game now. I'm all done complaining and stuff. I'm into the game now. I got the numbers pretty much memorized. Shots coming up for Dana. Number 54 is Laurel Dana. What made that play work is where Mill River's defense let her catch the ball right down on the blocks, and she's looking to tie the game up on this first free throw. So she'll step to the line with 1:17 to go in the third quarter. That's the second foul on Fox, and we're tied at 26 all. Now, what a job Windsor's defense has done. They're going to take a full timeout. Remember, they pretty much limited hardly any points for Mill River in the third quarter. 26-12 with 1:17 to go in the third quarter on Munger Vision. If she makes this, we'll give Windsor back to lead. And I believe it was about 3 minutes in the ball game since Windsor's had the lead. And she will do that. 27-26 on an excellent third quarter by Windsor. They made some adjustments. One of them was to give you a couple different looks defensively. That was a mild press, their three-quarter press. They've gone full court press before, but that created the turnover as Mill River having a little problem navigating themselves up through the press. Shaw to Weatherhog. It should have been going the other way. It should have been Windsor basketball. Yeah. Well, yeah, because on turnover, the press, I was starting to go about how the press has changed the ball game. They created a turnover right on cue, and then they gave the ball back to Mill River. I'm thinking, well, you know, I don't see like I used to. But I was right. McCabe had it, lost it to the floor, jump ball. It's going to stay with Windsor. They'll take it out on the baseline. Who will take it out of bounds? Blake will, number 4, Ashley Blake. But she doesn't want to get that 5 count. She'll lob it in. Dana, nice pass. Lobbed it into her, used her height to grab it. Dana off the mark. Shaw with the rebound, and McCabe slows Shaw down, and she'll literally underhand the pass to Weatherhawk. She'll split the defense, dribble into the open court, and she wants to give it up on this. All out of bounds was Fox. Yeah, she had the right idea, but that defense harassed her just enough to put the whole play out of sync, and then Fox ended up receiving the pass out of bounds. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Setting up to be a great fourth quarter. McCabe never picked up the pivot foot. Nice no call, and the basket by McCabe is, I'm trying to think of what how badly they've outscored Mill River here in the third quarter. And I gotta get that number. Oh, Hewitt's in there, number 20 for Mill River. Shaw with the ball fake, gonna drive, stop, and oh, I almost could have put the shot up. Shapiro back to Shaw. There it is, up and got it. What a move by Carissa Shaw. That was pretty good stuff right there. See Blake backing into Weatherhawk. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. And Blake is going to lose the handle on it, and that's going to be the quarter. There it is. In a wild third quarter, Windsor outscoring Mill River substantially to take the lead 29-28 going into the fourth quarter play on Munger in JV basketball action. Yeah, it's Herschel coming around to put pressure on inbounds pass. Shaw will go to Ely in the back court. Eli or Ely? I got to work on that because I do have some more Mill River girls games. Well, I have one weather permitting, and if I don't have to work, coming up Saturday. Shaw's got this thing about passing underhand. That's kind of unique. Ely backing up, and Blake now will pressure the ball. And Weatherhawk starting this, well, Kyle Weatherhawk starting this half quarter off on the bench. That shot was taken by Sharon, who's back in the ballgame now. She posted up and backed herself in for a good spot, but just missed the shot. Emma Weatherhawk, 24, is out there for Mill River. There's the cut, up, and no, that was number 35, Potwin. And that's blocked from behind by who else? Sharon, unofficially with 5 blocks in the basketball game. I don't know what the record is for JV basketball, girls basketball blocks, but she's got 5 right now. And that pass was tipped, and McCabe with the steal. Got a 2-on-1, McCabe. To Blake, lost the handle, traveled. Yeah. I'll tell you what, McCabe 31 is impressing the heck out of me. Elizabeth McCabe for Windsor. She's right there, and it's a timeout taken. 29-28 Windsor with the lead. JV basketball action, Munger Vision. 6:54 to go in the fourth. That's Shaw now. To Ely, back to Shaw. And they'll break the timeline. Ely will actually go right around the defender. She wanted to go to Sharon, and that was Huntley that was there, and she was able to play a nice play defensively, knocked the ball out of bounds. Forced Mill River to bring the ball back into play now. Shaw, the designated passer, looks like to bring the ball in bounds on all these plays. Will go to Sharon. She could have squared up, but elected not to take that shot, and that wasn't tipped. Doesn't matter. I don't think they're going to get to it. It's going to be Windsor basketball. I'm trying to see. There's a new number out there for Windsor. Number 40 is Woodman, Sarah Woodman, out there for the Yellow Jackets. Eager open, fires, and a little long. I believe Sharon had the touch. Fox ended up getting fouled, and that will be the 5th team foul on Windsor. Now, this tweaking of the defense and offense by Windsor, mostly the press, has been very effective. Sharon looking to go baseline, and then Dana basically drove her so that she was underneath the backboard, so she couldn't take a shot. Potwin had to go off from her hands out of bounds, so stay with Mill River. Sharon post up, and oh, beautiful shot. Tell you, Sharon is such a triple threat out there. She'll give Mill River back lead at 30-29. And did the Mill River defense create a turnover? Yes, it did. And I'm looking for the basketball. Okay. Back on the baseline, of course. 30-29, Mill River. 6:09 to go in regulation. And just bad read that time. Both ways as the steal comes back, and then another steal. So the teams exchanged turnovers a couple different times there, and Munger slowing down the play, and then her teammates get in position. Ely there defensively will go to Dana. She'll shoot over the top of the defense, and Sharon with yet another block, and boy, bodies just flying around out there. Who's that getting up? Shaw? Yeah, Shaw's going to say she's okay. The ball will be taken out of bounds in the far corner of the gym. Up and got it. Dana high off the glass. We'll give Windsor back the lead 31-30. And this is how the first quarter went back and forth with the leads. And that'll be a blocking foul. Yeah. And that'll be on Woodman. And that'll be the 6th team foul. So the next foul committed by Windsor will send Mill River to the line for at least the 1-on-1. And Turgeon coming in for Fox for Mill River. And boy, Ely dancing with that midcourt stripe. Turgeon off from the hands of Shaw. She flashed in the paint, and a foul called, I believe, on Sharon. By her reaction, she didn't agree with the call. 1-4 will be Sharon picking up the foul. I'd make sure offensively, if I was Mill River, Sharon would be getting a lot more touches of the ball offensively. Dana came back to make herself available for the pass. And great pass to Huntley. Up, blocked out of bounds. This time it was Shaw with the rejection. She says, get out of my house now. Mill River with a ton of blocks tonight. This time it was Carissa Shaw's turn. 31-30. Windsor got it. Boy, Dana off the inbounds play just stepped off a screen and nobody talked or rotated around defensively, and that became an easy bucket. 3-point lead for Windsor. Ely keeping that dribble alive, or Eli. Turgeon with the catch. And Potwin playing very tight on her. She almost could have taken her off the dribble. She'd overcommitted. Up, and Sharon with the bucket. I'm telling you, she'd be the hot hand I'd ride right now as far as getting the offensive points. She'll cut the lead to 1 at 33-32. And a good no call. An excellent no call. Up, foul. Offensive boards is Dana. Laurel Dana really starting to exert herself in this quarter for Windsor offensively, and she's going to extend that 1-point lead here. And Blake, after a good rest, will be coming back in the ballgame for Windsor. And that'll rim out on her. Stays a 1-point ball game. So not only is Blake coming in, but so isn't Kelsey Hanna, number 44, coming in for Windsor. Dana got it. Makes it a bucket ball game, 34-32. That was a tough place to kill the dribble, and they got bailed out on it. To Sharon, up, drew the foul. See what Sharon's a tough matchup. Even for a good player like Dana, Sharon is quick off the dribble. She can strong enough to stand outside and be defended and shoot over the defender and take the bump and still shoot. And you can see Sharon right now, number 14, Morgan Sharon. Like I said, she would be somebody I would consider a number 1 option right now in a tight ball game at the midway point in the 4th quarter. As McCabe didn't sit long, she will come in as Dana picked up her 3rd foul. Each team with 17 fouls apiece. Oh, this is interesting. There's a professional videographer coming in for the varsity game. I can see him. I know who he is. Like I said, I haven't been here this year just because of many conflicts in my work and my home life and my schedule, and they might have gone out and actually paid somebody to come in and videotape the games. Which is, if that's the case, I should just really take it personal and pick up and go home at the varsity game. Plus, they haven't had that many home games, to be quite honest with you, to choose from. They have a lot scheduled in the second half. 34 all, tie ball game, 4:16 to go. McCabe will go to the floor, and she'll be tied up by who else? Sharon.
Strong to the basket, Margaret. Strong to the basket.
All right, so here's Mill River with the press down the front court, and Blake killed the dribble early, got it to McCabe, and boy, she had a wide open teammate, and she did the right thing, got her the ball, and now go to the floor, and a travel called. Yeah, good play there defensively by number 33, Burden. As Shaw and Ely play toss and catch. Huntley pulled off, so she can get the foul. Sharon open, and will it drop? No. Offensive rebound was kept alive by Turgeon. Then it pops out of her hands to the hands of Munger for Windsor. 3:40 to go, 34 all, fourth quarter. Got a good JV basketball game here. Blake will just bring the ball back up between circles, let the play set up. No shot clock to worry about. Blake, three ball on it. Now a lot of threes taken tonight by either team. Turgeon had it slapped out of her hands right to her teammate Ely. Shaw will go by, and now they'll go to Sharon. Sharon's up top. Oh, the Burden to the bucket, and no. Good play, slid along the baseline. Ball will be saved, and Sharon will keep it from being a backcourt. She can dribble right now, and she got slapped. That should be a foul. And, all in the part of the game, or did they call a timeout? I think they called a timeout instead of the foul, and there it is. And there is the score, and it's going to be a dandy. So Shaw will take the ball out of bounds. Huntley will defend the inbounds pass, and what we got is moisture. It's winter, and people come in with wet shoes and boots, and they can't help it. And they got some players slip on that. You can twist an ankle, blow a knee out, hurt something. So they'll mop it up, and that's what the little delay here in action is. Been an excellent basketball game tonight. Like I said, I've been looking for a good game, and I found one tonight. Very impressed with both teams. Very impressed with the coaches. Refs have done a good job. Rob Black did a good job mopping the floor up. Boy, Ely did a good job of creating a spot to give her the pass, as Burden will make the grab, and we're down to 2:54 to go in regulation. Burden to Sharon. McCabe on her. That's a matchup of really good players. McCabe against Sharon. McCabe will pick up the foul, and Sharon's going to the line, and I believe she's shooting two. It's the 8th team foul, but I think she was fouled in the act of shooting. Push. Oh, no, he's going to call it the 1-on-1. I think he pointed to the floor, and then they told him it was a 1-on-1. So I'll have to wait and see. Of course, if she makes the first shot, it'll be irrelevant. If it goes 1-on-1 or two shots. 1-on-1. So he called it on the floor prior to the shot. That's the third foul on McCabe, and Sharon will roll. And Sharon's been big time tonight. Yeah, she'll get another shot. Everybody's got to get back on the line here. And three fouls or not, Dana's going to come back in the basketball game for Windsor, and she'll be replacing Hannah. So Sharon trying to make it a 2-point lead right here. Windsor with that huge third quarter able to forge a lead, but Mill River able to stabilize and get organized and come back. As that's twice tonight, the officials don't get the possession correct after a very obvious act, the foul shots. I'm trying to be really good to the officials tonight. I don't know why. Probably because I'm going to take so much heat for everything I do that at this point the ship is sunk, but you try to not take on too much water. You get that sense of maybe if I keep doggy paddling, I'll stay afloat. That thing. Jen Heath is here from Green Mountain College. Boy, I think that, I talked about CSJ's women program. To me, it needs to be fixed. It needs a new coach. Now, Jen Heath coaches at Green Mountain College, and I see her at more high school basketball games than any of the local high school or of the local college coaches. She's Green Mountain College's coach. And did it hit? I don't think it hit the rim. Should be a violation. And so it goes over to Mill River. But there's so much local talent. And gateways, there's so many gyms in the Rutland County area that you go watch a high school game and find players to try to come to your school who are looking to play college basketball and get an education. And then I guess what I'm trying to say is I see Jen Heath at tons of games, but I don't see the CSJ coach anywhere. Oh, foul. If that's McCabe, that's 4, and if it's Dana, it's 4. This is big because I believe he called it on Dana. It is. It's her 4th. Both McCabe and Dana have been big for Windsor tonight offensively. So in a 36-34 game, Mill River the lead. Turgeon up, and she will get it. A pressure free throw by Turgeon. That's Hannah Turgeon, one of the captains on the team. I think I failed to mention that earlier. Can't get the second one. Basically, it's a one-possession game right now. A three-point shot or a three-point play will tie it up. And up ahead is Huntley. Up, and Huntley will get it. Oh, they got down the floor. They beat Mill River to the baseline. 37-36. Mill River and Ely, the burden. Oh, she pulled the shot down. She was thinking about Sharon posting up. Oh, you got to love that. They recognized it, and they got Sharon the ball. She posted up, played with her back to the basket, and pushes the lead back to 3. 1:54 to go in regulation. It's been a great ball game tonight on Munger Vision. Huntley with the grab. In the corner, McCabe has Turgeon on her defensively. Blake. Oh, she did take a three-point shot earlier in the game, but that time she elected not to. McCabe kicks, fires, missed it. Will chase down her own rebound, and it went off from Burden out of bounds, off from Mill River, and Shaw coming in for Turgeon, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Windsor. 39-36. The Minutemen would lead in this JV game on Munger Vision. Put Burden on the inbounds pass. Munger will get it into Dana to Blake. Blake smashed up against Ely, and boy, I could almost tie game. 39-all Munger. It looked like she actually got fouled. Could have been a 4-point play. 39-all with 1:21 to go in regulation. To Burden, open to drive in, and she'll give the ball back to Fox. Too far underneath, hit the bottom of the backboard. Going to go out of bounds off from Dana of Windsor. 39-all with 1:12 to go. And again, I tell you how much this, I feel it live again. It's a good ball game to call. Oh, she can't save it. It was a tough pass, and we'll go out of bounds off from Ely, or Ely, however you pronounce it. I got to work on that. So Windsor with 1:10 to go, looking to take the lead, and they will shuffle Huntley back down in front of the Mill River bench. I don't think you've seen Weatherhog here because they're trying to save 1 quarter for varsity play. Ely double dribbled. Ely made the steal and then brought the left hand down and double dribbled. Well, this has been very entertaining too for the fans. Hopefully the varsity game will be as good. For the lead, got it! Dana left open on the wing, didn't even hesitate, drained it. 41-39 Windsor. To Shaw, who made a nice catch. Huntley on Shaw, and they'll bring it to Fox. Fox, a lot of time left, 47 seconds. Foul, and Shaw's going to the line to shoot 2. Boy, Carissa Shaw, fearless right there. He just drove the paint, drew the foul at the line now. Clock stops with 44.9 seconds to go in regulation. 41-39. Windsor with the lead, and that foul was called on Huntley, number 14. Oh, okay. That's no problem. A lot of time left. That is the 10th team foul on Windsor, so it's 2 shots automatically now the rest of the night for Mill River. I'm thinking they go to overtime. Shaw can't get the second one. Oh, Sharon got in there and foul. Sharon grabbed a hold of Dana, and that will send Dana to the line, and these are going to be the 1-and-1 because that's only the 9th team foul, so still the 1-and-1. As Laurel Dana has had a huge ball game for Windsor, as has McCabe. As they get everybody lined up on the blocks. There they go. Dana got it. She's got another one. She's got to go back. She's so excited she ran down the other end defensively. There she goes. It's a 3-point lead right now, or still a 1-possession game. Oh, one drop in there. Shaw. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Burden. And a travel call. That's a good call. That's a good call. Burden got a little run and start there, and he'll go over. Now they need a defensive stop. Mill River does. They're down by 3 right now with 39 seconds to go. Possession to Windsor. There is no shot clock, and they're going to call a timeout on that Mill River sideline. There's the score. There's the time. There's the foul situation. Munger Vision bringing in this JV basketball action. We're looking for a 2-possession lead, and Mill River looking for a defensive stop. They're going to spread the floor, and Ely almost came up with the steal. She slapped the ball away from Blake. Stays with Windsor, and the Yellow Jackets will have it with Huntley taking the ball out of bounds. And they're good. They're riding the hot hand. They bring it down into Dana. Up, and Sharon fouled her that time. And back to the line will go Dana. Laurel Dana having a monster 4th quarter. It's the 4th foul on Sharon. Or is it the 5th? Oh, it's her 5th foul. So Sharon will foul out after a superb effort tonight by Sharon. Unofficially, at least 5 blocks, and she's got to be in double digits for points. Morgan Sharon with an outstanding effort for the Minutemen. If I had a sponsorship or any type of person backing me, and I forget it, I throw commercial content out the window now after watching a lot of stuff on PEGTV, but I would give her player of the game if I had anything to give her. A free sub or a drink bottle, like a Coke or a T-shirt, but I got nothing. Just as a fan, Morgan, you played a heck of a game. Again, they need a basket, whether it's a 2-point, 3-point, or 1-point, and that's a tough shot. Fox got it. Cuts the lead to 3, 44, 41, 17, 16, down to 15, and a timeout called by Windsor. 3-point ball game, 15.4 seconds to go, and anything's possible. Ball out of bounds, and they're going to put Shaw on it defensively. It looks like 32. Yeah, it is Shaw, 32 defensively. Mill River, full court man right now. 15 seconds left in the basketball game. Oh, Blake left all alone. They got the ball up ahead. McCabe, there's a dump down for the ball game, and foul. She'll miss the shot, leaving the door open somewhat for Mill River, but a good press break. I didn't understand that. Blake would have been the key figure. I would have made sure. I would have actually not played anybody on the ball and doubled Blake off from the ball, but they got her the basketball, and she was able to break the press, and that set up this whole sequence, plus 5 seconds off the clock. Well, almost 6. Oh, that's going to make it tougher. 4-point lead now with just 9 seconds. And Dana, like I said, had a good first half, but just a monster 4th quarter. Ooh, get them both. You talk about clutch free throws. 5-point ball game. Now they're going to pull back a little bit defensively. They don't want to foul. That's the last thing they want to do. Burden to Eli in the corner. Shaw traveled. Yeah. And with 1.9 seconds to go, Windsor is going to rally from a deficit at halftime to win this ball game. They're up 46-41 right now. And again, Blake open, and you hear the buzzer. And what an excellent ball game by both teams. My hat's off to both coaches, both officials, and both teams. But it's going to be a 46-41 Windsor win over Mill River on JV basketball action. This has been Munger Vision.